So we'll continue, and now we will start. So we finished uh, creating the main body of our metal tower, so skeleton already, and now we can start of accepting the material properties for each of the element of this metal tower. So for add the properties, we need to open the material and the properties. So here you see that there are no added stiffnesses and type of materials for each of the material. And so we will start from the adding a new section of our elements. We need to add the second section. The first one is a standard section for the mostly reinforced materials, concrete materials. The second one, it is table of steel sections. The third one is a composite between reinforcement concrete and the steel sections. And the last one, it's for plates, numerical elements, and for other kinds of designs of steel of structures. So we use the steel section. So we'll look to the table in our drawing, table with the main sections, and you need to open your task. You can find it on the course project number 3, which can be downloaded by you from the site e-learning.kz. So there you will find the tables for each of the element of the tower. You have the special size and the thicknesses of materials and stiffnesses by looking at the numbers of digit of your ID numbers, last 2 digits of your ID. You can do it from this list, or you can open it on your own laptops. So for my homework, or maybe for my sample, I will use 2 numbers like 0 and 0. So my last number will be 0, and oh, here is just the last. Sorry, here's 2 tables. So 0 will be last number of ID and the first name of the letter of the last name. So it will be the first table. My first letter will be B, and the last digit will be 0. So for the first equal angle, I have the size 75 and the thickness 5 millimeter, RP1. So let's add it in the inside stiffness and materials. So angle, here we'll need to find the steel angle, hot roll it. You can use just equal angle, or maybe we can use steel angle, hot rolled steel angles. That's not so matter. 75, 75, and 5. So according to my task. 75 to 5. Here we'll write RP1. Okay. So next, what I need to add? It will be RC1 75 to 5, and I will see my example 80 to 6. 80 to 6. So again, I will choose the still hot roll equal angles, and we'll find 80, 80, and a 6. So 80 means it's one part of the angle, next part, and the 6 it's the thickness.
Sorry, Alexandrovich. If we don't have hot rod
You can choose
profile.
any type with the name equal. So
Okay.
equal. So that not so matter. You see that if you will choose this position, so there you also can find your according to your task the size of the angles. So the difference is only in the building codes. So you'll see that when you choose other variants, the building codes is changed. But now we're not looking for the building codes because it is a course project. And now we need to write in the comments the name of the elements. It is a Russian name, so there are no reason to translate it in the English, just like abbreviations. Next, RC2. So when we create it, we just can make the copy. So maybe there are no reason to create something new because all of them are equal angles. There is only size are changed. That's why we can copy and change the size and the element, name of the element. So how it can be done? So we can press the left button and then press to the copy. So we see here is a copy of this stiffness. Then we need press to the edit, and here we need to change the section of the angle, size of the angle. So I will look to my task, and I see that the 90 to 9 thickness, 90 to 9. Okay. So we'll find 90 to 9. Okay, so and I also need to make one copy. So here I found the size 100 and 7. So 100 size and 7 is the thickness. Shape 1, equal angle shape 1. Sorry, 107. Okay, so I finished accepting the stiffness for angles, and now I need to accept the steel pipes. And the first size P1 will be 133 to 6. 100. I will choose a pipe. Here I need to choose the this one. Oh no, not this. For the steel constructions, this one. So steel pipes, welded steel pipes for the steel constructions. I need to find 133 for 6. 133 for 6. In the comment I will write P1. Okay. Next one will be 121 for 8. Will be P2. 21. I will make the copy of this position. Then I will edit it. 121 for 8. And the last one is 3, 114 and thickness 6. 114. I will make the copy of this. 114, 6. Okay, so we finished with the steel elements.
Alexandrovich, I have a question. What I need to do if he is not my size?
What about what?
My size is 159 to 10. Oh, sorry, not yes to 10.
100.
So
P1?
Yes.
100. Okay, let's see. 159 to 10. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Without any problem. So you choose the welded steel pipe for the steel constructions.
So I don't have it. I have only трубы стальные электросварные, промышленные.
У меня тоже нету, да, этого профиля.
Вот этого нету?
Да, последнего, который вы указываете.
Ага, интересно. Тогда попробуйте бесшовные горячекатные. Горячекатанные.
Но тут тоже нет моего размера. Тут...
Oh, I have it. Thank you. P1.
Какой у вас размер?
У меня 133 на 7.
Не знаю, вот тоже.
Вот все, хорошо вообще.
Труба бесшовная, горячекатанная.
Спасибо.
Где она?
So when you will finish with the adding stiffnesses for the steel materials, you need to start adding the main elements for our foundation. Let's look to our foundation. So here is our foundation, which will be the basement for each of the legs. It can be also seen on this screen. So our foundation consists of two main elements. It is the column, because our foundation is column foundation, and the basement of this foundation. So first of all, we will add like a column with the special size and the basement. So the size of our foundation. The basement has the size 2 meter and length and 2 meter of width. No, the width is 400 millimeters. The thickness actually. Width also will be 2 meters. I will check now. Yes, it's equal to 2 meters. And the column for this foundation will be 600 millimeters. So what we need to do? We need to select a rectangular bar. First of all, let's look at the concrete. So each, or maybe not each of you, let me see. No, it will be your own opinion what type of material you will apply for the concrete. Because here you can find only the size of the basement. So in the example of AutoCAD, in AutoCAD there are the basement size is 2 meter to 2 meter. Here is you will have your own size. My size will be 2.2 meter to 2.2 meter. And the column size, I will choose the 0.6 meter to 0.6 meter. And what about material of the concrete? I will choose material class of concrete 25. And so I will find that elastic model is what is it, 3,060,000. So we can say that there are 306 and also 4 zeros. Yes. Okay. We'll delete these materials, and to add the properties we'll choose the add rectangular bar, and here I will write 306 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. B. So my B position and H position will be in centimeters, 60 to 60 centimeters. So next, calculated resistance of concrete column will be 2.5 tons per cubic meters. And here we'll write P1, foundation 1, or maybe in English, foundation. Also, I need to add the plate for our basement. So the elastic model is the same like for rectangular bar for the vertical column, and V it is Poisson coefficient will be equal 0.3. 0.3. The thickness will be 0 in centimeters, 40 centimeters. The calculated resistance will be the same, and it will be B1 basement. So I want to check some positions. So, okay, 25. Here is not 5 zeros, here is only 4 zeros. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I wanted to check it, because 1 0 we need to delete. Edit. Here will be 6. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we delete. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's what we write. Have you finished selecting the thickness for elements?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
So you just add 4 zeros in the end.
Yes, 4 zeros. 300.
And the one question, Alexander Sandrovich, I don't find another size of pipe.
Oh, okay. What size of pipe?
It's 128 to 8.
128.
So maybe I need to choose 27.
There is 27, but where is 28? I don't see it on this paper.
9 is last.
The last one.
P3, yes.
Let me see. Right, you can apply the 127.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good now, thank you. So before we will add the stiffnesses, we need to add first of all materials for the stiffnesses, and only after then we'll add it to our constructions. Let's start with reinforcement concrete. First of all, we need to add the type of our materials. I will need to delete the shell because it was so. So first, we need to add the material for our column. So type bar. It will be, let's choose the column of ground level. Reinforcement will use symmetric because it's vertical element. Most of all, the asymmetry is applied for the horizontal elements like beams. All other positions will be permanent, so there are no reason to change these positions. Diameter of the bus, length of the element also can be mistake. And also we need to add the for plate element for the plate. It will be slab. Analysis type slab. Here also all positions will be permanent and will check. So read it. Now we need to add the concrete. I choose the class of concrete 25. If you choose the same class of the concrete, so you need to add it. If you choose other variant, for example B30, so be pay attention for the elastic model is changed. So you need to change it in the previous positions when you created the thicknesses. 25. And the reinforcement type, so it will be without any change. So we added the reinforcement, we added the concrete, and added the type. So there are two types, and the concrete only one type. If the concrete is not same for each of the elements, so you need to add all classes. I have the same class of concrete for the column and for base, so that's why it will stay only one. It will be enough to choose only one condition, and also
Alexander Alexandrovich,
oh, yes.
can you repeat this step, please?
By adding type or concrete or reinforcement. What?
Type, the first.
Okay, so to add the type, we need to press edit. So here is types of the adding elements. There are not so many. It can be bar for columns and beams. So the type column or beam can be found here. So bar, beam, or column. So in this position, this menu, we accepted that column for ground. We not change the position reinforcement systems. It's all like it was in the program. And we just applied the OK. So we accept it. Then we choose for the plate. You need to press left button one time, it will be added. Or you can press the add. Press here and press the add, and you will see that position is added. And also you can delete it. Press one left button and press delete. So when you choose this position, here you need to apply the slab lecture. because it's not wall and not the shell. It's just slab. Our basement like a slab. Not, do not change anything here. Just press it. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. So we finished with adding the properties for the concrete elements, and now we need to start adding the steel characteristics. First of all, we need to choose one type of the stiffnesses from this list. So, first of all, I start with the RP1. Then I press the steel inside, and I need to add material, additional parameters, and the section limitations. Material. For my steel elements, I will use all type of materials C225. You can use 245, 75, 35. There are no limitations of using. Choose any type of steel. Well, it's not so much. Material, additional parameters. So all my elements have the same position like a truss element, because the tower construction is like a truss construction. There are no traditional vertical columns, no traditional beams. All elements consist of the angles and the pipes. So it's a column. But the columns can be also various, or interests can be various elements. So the chord or support diagonal truss, element of truss web, single elements, and so on. So here we can choose the chord or support diagonal truss, and can use the length factors and write 0.85. 0.85 and say OK. Selection limitations. I will not change anything here, just so that's all. For first stiffness, I choose all positions, and I can change the other one. So we choose RC1, accept the steel, material will be the same, 155. We'll add the parameters.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте. Then I will choose the length factor. Length factor will be again 0.85. 0.85. Okay. Selection limitations. Okay. So I finished choosing the properties for the second one. So the students who have less than 1 minute have sent